Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get their scorecards ready. It's time to meet the visiting team for the series of Milwaukee Open. Leading off for Milwaukee, the right fielder, 23, Chad Sergio. And second, the shortstop, number 19, Mason Davis. And third, the left fielder, number 4, Will Pincher. And fourth, the catcher, number 14, Devin Bailey. And fifth, the first baseman, number 17, Chris Conley. And sixth, the center fielder, number 11, Aaron Hill. And seventh, the second baseman, number 1, Brian Torres. And eighth, the third baseman, number 7, Logan Trowbridge. And at 9, the designated hitter, number 3, Magneo Orcomius Jr. Starting pitcher for Milwaukee, the right-hander, number 2, Miles Smith. The opening is in the Toronto. The Milwaukee Open. And now it's time to be the starting lineup for 2021 American Association Defending Champion, Kansas City Monarchs. Moving up, the center fielder, number 26, Willie Abreu. And the runner is Archer. Max. Third, the left fielder, number 15, Gabby Marco. And Gabby is nice. And fourth, the designated number 12, Big City, Matt Adams. And fifth, the third baseman, number 8, David Thompson. The other David is Leland. And sixth, the right fielder, number 10, Sean Hernandez. The other draw is Joe. And seventh, the first baseman, number 16, Casey Galloway. The shortstop, number 4, Hughes Casa. The outfielder, Marcus and Tristan. And that night, The pitcher, number 32, J.C. Escala. And all of JC are good and paid. Please welcome the 2021 American Association Manager of the Year, number 44, Joe Pietra. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your first year of Zion, New York, Kansas City Monarchs. Our umpires for that game as by the American Association. At first base, Lex Eastern. At third base, Ian William. And in home place, Blake Park. Please note at this time we ask you please rise as you are able. Remove your caps and face your red flags while our bullpen as we honor our nation with the performance of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will perform by Morgan Melinda.
What's so very real as twilight samurai sword through the perilous night, for the bearers we were so gallantly slain. And the rockets ran the sea in every through the night. That land was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of free and the home of God's grace.
Could you have me a water, please? Not that I can pee in my pants, but
Why are you doing your dance?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to now the starting pitcher for your Kansas City Monarchs. Your right-hander, number 18, Nick Bowser.
From a warm, and I mean very warm, Legends Field in Kansas City. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Monarchs Baseball on the Monarchs Broadcast Network. Sit back, relax, enjoy the Monarchs and the Milwaukee Milkmen. Game 1 of a 3-game series. Yesterday is the books. Today is a new day, and the Monarchs going for win number 21 tonight against the 10 losses for the season. Wild card tonight brought to you by the good folks at Price Chopper. Kansas City knows Price Chopper, the exclusive grocery partner of your Kansas City Monarchs. And the lineup card for the Milwaukee Milkmen with Anthony Barone, their skipper, in that third base dugout. And leading things off will be Chad Seto. Seto will be in right field. Mason Davis, the former T-Bone and Monarch, will franchise member. He was a T-Bone the 2 times. He's in batting second. He'll be at short. Will Kinger, he was a T-Bone last year. He'll be in left. He'll bat third. Dylan Kelly bats clean up into the catcher. He's a good one, too. The first one, that one did hit Sato there, and he's aboard. 94 degrees Fahrenheit, 7:03 Central Daylight Time, the first pitch. And the batter is aboard via the hit by a pitch. Last night, the Monarchs did hit a couple, and Sato is aboard. So a leadoff man aboard from Milwaukee. Here's Mason Davis, the big part of that 2018 team and the 19 team. From the left side, young man will lay it down the first baseline, rolling, and right there is Gillespie. He'll make the play in the baseline, and Mason and Casey exchange pleasantries, and a sacrifice by Mason Davis to lay it down there unassisted by Casey Gillespie. Rest of the card will be Chris Conley at first base. He's in the 5th spot. Aaron Hill's in center. He bats 6th. Brian Torres at second, batting 7th. Logan Trowbridge over at third base. He'll bat 8th. And Maglio Ordonez Jr., he's the designated hitter for Anthony Barone's club. And Anthony stands at third base. And the Milkmen, they're really dark. And I mean, they are dark traveling grays here. Almost loaded Will Kinger here. Almost didn't recognize Will with the tall soccer-style socks on here. You got the real tall ones on here. They're wearing a black top with the numbers in black. It's got a goldish outline around a Milkman logo on the left sleeve. Kinger takes it away for the ball, 1-1. Across the front, it says in block. The black jersey here. So it's Milwaukee in bold block letters. Their black letters are a little bit of that kind of light, almost a, gosh, I can't even, it's a milky yellow, I guess. High for the ball, 3-0. And from that left side, batting 271 early on here. Or second, just rolling here. Balls look to second once, twice, and he deals. There's one inside. He walked in, ball 4, so first and second. With one down here. You got a lineup card to be Sato, Davis, Kinger, Kelly, Conley, Hill, Torres, Trowbridge, and Ordonez Jr. for the Milwaukee Milkmen. They were home, beat Chicago last night. Anthony Barone's hitting coach DJ Boston. Pitching coach Jose Rodriguez. Now, Lizaneski is the trainer. Milwaukee, a.k.a. Franklin, Wisconsin, the home of the Milwaukee Milkmen. And the batter, Dylan Kelly steps in, 376, homer 12, driven in. Only pigeon-toed stance here, and he takes it low for the ball. It's 1-0. Clay Park behind the plate. Rex Ernstrand on first base. Ian Wiggum over at third base for the association. Legends Field, 300 line of left, 352. The mini monster starts in left, 347. The bullpen juts out. 411 with the bullpen doors will swing. Straightaway 396. 409 the right field alley. There's a ground ball right to Cosby. A touch for one. On to first base. The pitcher's best mate. A Turnham Burnham to the plate. As Dylan Kelly bounces out to a 6. And then the 6-3 double turn right there to end their threat in the top half of the first inning. No runs. No hits, man left, top half of the books. Our first look at Joe Capietna's lineup card. It comes up next right here on the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network. All right, I'm in the break, but you'll just have to follow me along, okay?
Okay.
I'll leave it open though. I'll leave the mic open.
All right, Gabriel taking you right now.
All right.
What do you say?
I'll just do the weather and Nick Belzer.
What do you say?
You give me a second to set it up. So, you're on. Make sure you're on. Okay, yeah, you're on. Who's this guy? Now the Monarchs line of card brought to you by Price Chopper, the exclusive grocery partner of the Kansas City Monarchs. And Kansas City knows Price Chopper, and we'll be going down to Jackson here in just a moment as well. But first things first, and this one is the Monarchs will look like this tonight. William Brady will be talking center field. Kevin Santa about second. Santa at second base. Gabby Guerrero bats third. Gabby in left field. It'll be Matt Adams in the DH batting cleanup. For that fourth will be David Thompson in third batting in the fifth spot. John Hernandez in right. He bats sixth. Casey Gillespie batting seventh at first base. Pete Collins with the shortstop. He bats in the eighth spot, and J.C. Escato will catch tonight for Kansas City. William Abreu, Kevin Santa, Gabby Guerrero, Matt Adams, David Thompson, John Hernandez, Casey Gillespie, Pete Collins, and J.C. Escato. And I will, I don't know, but our broadcast crew downstairs, Jackson Webb, is with us. Jackson, can you hear me, sir? Go ahead, buddy. Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we hear you fine, sir. Go ahead.
It's at 95 degrees. They're moving up to 108, and man, even down here, but a lot of Braves fans in this tonight. Of course, if they not in here, you can hear me. Fans are here. They're glad to see them back in town after a tough road series.
Yeah, it was a little warm down there. You got plenty of ice and water, I hope, right? You're all good? Well, you stay cool down there, and how'd Nick Belzer look in that first half inning? How'd you think? Ball in two strikes to Bray. Your final thing for you, Jackson, too. You were listening to the ball game on the road. It was a rough last couple of days. As a player, how do you bounce back here? That's Jackson Webb for the broadcast crew. Thank you very much, Jackson. We'll hear from him a little later on tonight as he's down there kind of setting the scene there. We're going the beta test, I think, passed probably about a B-. That's not terrible, but very good job for Jackson right there as part of our broadcast crew. Payoff to Abreu, line to left side right there at third base, Logan Trowbridge. William Abreu hits that about as hard as you're going to that direction, and third baseman Trowbridge stabs out the air, one down in the first inning. We're scoreless from the Monarchs broadcast network. Glad you along tonight on 88baseball.tv. You folks in Milwaukee, We're glad you tuned in. You folks that are Monarchs faithful, we're glad you're here as well. We're glad everybody's here on a sunny, very, very frosty Friday night. It's Frosty Friday here. Mercury plus 100 down the field, Jackson is telling us. As Kevin Santa steps in from that left side, Santa takes it away for the ball. One and actually on the outside corner, probably for a called strike, 1-1. It's a 419 here.
I go tell him.
Here's the 0-1. And the pitch is high for the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. No, don't. Just, oh my gosh. 40. Here's the 1-1. Swinging away 1-2. But yeah, it's one of those deals where it's not so much. Well, yeah, it's the temperature. Okay, let's go with that. It is the temperature, but it's also it just saps you, And if you're tired, it just makes you feel that much more tired. If you're, it's just the way it works. There's one loop down the left side. Mason Davis can't hit there. Kevin Santa. Little soft flare just over Davis's head and short. A single to Santa. Monarchs had their first hit. Bring up Gabby Guerrero. Gabby from that left side here. It wasn't terrible there. It wasn't. My friends on the booth camp tonight, Brian Snow, good mate of mine in Carolina now. Barry Saunders down in Florida. My friends in Australia today. So my friend Mike up there in Sioux City, good to see you not last night, but we didn't get a chance to catch up, did we? Santa leads at first. First one to Gabby at the knees. He called strike 1-1. Gabby 345, 5 homers, 19 driven in. The Miles Smith story is a good one. A former T-Bone in 17, bullpen piece back then. He was outstanding. Really a setup guy more than anything else, but he was such a big part of that rebuilt Calfa-Pietra plan and Joe bringing in guys that fit his pedigree. And Smith was one of those kind of guys. And, you kind of forget, Joe's been here long enough. You kind of forget with the 17 team, while it didn't, make the postseason, it was a big milestone because the team you could see was trending up, and you can see that there was a plan in place as Gabby fouls it back. Look out to your right. And I think, and I think I've told this to Joe a couple of times, Miles Smith was part of a team that had me believing in the plan. And the plan was to come in, and what Joe's done is get guys to chase their major league dreams and also win and have fun and be a part of a special culture. And it's in 17, that first year, Santa leads at first. Gabby grounds one towards short. Could be 2. Davis will option the second for 1. Nifty play on the first double third. And each team turns a double play here. A nice little slick play by Mason Davis. We used to call him Mayday here. And it was pretty soft right there. Nice play. 6 from the front end, 4 through the back end. But to finish the thought on Miles Smith is that, he was part of that group. And you forget about that 17 team. That 17 team was the foundation of the 18, 19, and going forward and getting the plan going for Joe Calfa-Pietra. And good to see Miles Smith doing great. We'll talk more about him in just a moment. Timeout time. You're tuned to the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network.
I just checked you're on now.
So stressful.
My still has his job. So it's like every time. It is
$300 for something.
Huh?
It's $20. $350 on that.
Just a top.
I'm up here doing all this.
Yeah.
For,
Friends of the Golden Scoop, they're over on the left field side. Our good friends, the ice cream itself. You can buy 2 servings, 1 to eat and 1 to put down the front of your pants. Either way,
Vaughn! Pay attention. Damn it.
segment of our community. Now batting over the open, the first baseman, number 17, Chris Conley.
Now, Nick Mills' first offer to Chris Conley is lined foul down toward the photo well on the right side. And it didn't actually gone down that Monarchs dugout as well. Out down there, whoever's dodging something down there. And the ball's a strike. Joe Capietro on that top step down there. His entire crew is here tonight. Mike Henneman back here tonight. Got John West, Bill Sobey. He's going to hit out toward right field, toward the corner. Hernandez is there. He'll make the play right there at the base of the wall. And really, he puts his wall up against the wall, and that wallet is what's between him and a home run right there at Belzer. Is it ballpark just built perfectly for the ball and tailor-made, right? There was never a doubt right there, right? F9, the books for one away here in this second inning. So, folks tuned in different spots. We've got the booth cam going. We've got that in 2 spots. We've got MixLR, plus we got AA Baseball TV. I mean, where are we not tonight? Aaron Hill will take it inside 1-0. Milton. Almost strike. Look, I can't hear you, sweetie. Here's the 1-0. Down low and away, 2-0. Milton, the color scheme, basically it's black and white. I mean, you think of the milk cow blues, cartoon milk cow, whatever. That's their color. And they got this little kind of the yellowish, milky gold with it. Buttercup. 2-0 at the knees. You call it strike 2-1. But it's a really, when the marketing folks sat down there and said, we're going to put a team in Franklin, Wisconsin, we would like to do something with milk or, something about, in the dairy department, there's the 2-1. Hideaway 3-1. They knocked out the park. I mean, they really did. Everything from, Van, the Milkman McNeil, and all that whole thing. Their mascot, all the things they've done, include the uniforms, the logo. It's a cool shadow logo. It was just a white Milkman. 3-1. Walking ball 4, so second free transportation to first for Nick Belzer here. And they nailed it. I mean, they hit a home run and then some. I mean, that's the kind of thing that, it's sometimes, you make it too hard on yourself. You try to get too cute. And I think both these two franchises very similar. I mean, when Mark Bramar decided, okay, we'd like to rebrand, I mean, there are all kinds of cute names and fun names, and you can play on steaks and cattle and all that. There are all kinds of fun ones. But sometimes right in front of your eyes is the best answer. Monarchs was the best answer. Foul back, and it's 0-1. Represented the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. And granted, they're different types of brands, but you get the point where how it's important. And Milkman got it right, and the Monarchs have gotten it right. I know when I was last year, we were in Wisconsin. I was walking around downtown Milwaukee, and I said Milkman, and people sort of knew what I was talking about. It wasn't like, throw back to first. And that's really tying a team into an area, and that's what we've done here. And again, there are different ways to do it, different ways to skin the cat, they used to say, but both marketing stories have been outstanding. We did first for Aaron Hill's Brian Torres fouls it back, and it's 0-2. Left-hand stick here. 324 for them. Homer 19 driven in. Now, I will say, that Anthony Barone, their skipper, has the sharpest shoes in the league. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's got a pair of gold. I mean, they are like. You remember what the MC for the Bananas wore? That kind of goldish tuxedo top, yellow gold tuxedo. These would go good with that. Throw back over. Matthew told me last year that his wife picked those out for him, and man, those are the best. I said, you're the best shoes in the league. Little place for two, scored us the second. Inside, grazing. Yep, another hit by pitch. Torres is going to graze. They're not the only one that was plunked was when Chase Harris was hit right in the back of the number 8 yesterday. Everything else, the last couple of days, have been just kind of grazing. And the Monarchs do pitch effectively inside. Logan Trowbridge will step in. 168, a homer, 14 driven in. First and second for Milwaukee. JC Escata will come out, give some signs here. Shadows of the grandstand cover the infield, at least the mound area, coming back to the plate. And then outfield and the corners are all in the sun here. And the batter takes out the knee. It's a called strike. Yeah, it's the young professor who's the MC. Not Jesse Cole, the Bananas, not the guy in the yellow suit, but their MC. He wears kind of a sequin tuxedo jacket. It looks like a 50s crooner band maybe. That jacket and those shoes for Barone would be perfect. You know what? Blowing away for the ball. It's 1-1 strike. Old Glory fluttering in the breeze out by the Midwest Ford to their side, and association banner and the state and county banners and the Monarchs fluttering out there. A little light breeze. It's not a guster, that's for sure. What? A little low for the ball. 2-1. Mile-an-hour wind, just enough to kind of blow the flags. It's coming basically from right to left, coming out of the southeast. 2-1 from Belzer. Ground ball right side, base hit out toward right. Charging will be John Hernandez. The way the runner around. Throw coming up. A scatter is there, but not in time. And it's 1-0 Milwaukee. RBI for Logan Trowbridge. He has his 15th. And it's a 1-0 Milk lead here. Walks hit by pitches, and they just start adding up. You just cannot continue to put runners aboard here. And eventually they lower the barrel on one. It's 1-0. Milwaukee has a lead. Hernandez had a good shot at him. He was coming on with it, but and every time John throws from the outfield, you kind of hold your breath. Well, you got a chance, right? You got a chance. At the knees, a called strike, and it's 1-1. And the batting, Maglio Adomias Jr. Milton scoring first at the corners and one down. Smith. Then some close ones. Low for the ball. It's 1-1. Every run at premium here, too. And you got a guy like Smith tonight, and you're going to be battling. You heard Joe talk about it. Battling against this tough righty. That runner at third's huge, too. I mean, you just can this is not a night you can hope to bash your way back to the top. This is not one of those nights. 1-1, line to right. That's a base hit. It's 2-0. Just I say that. Ordonez, the 8 and 9 batters, driving a pair of runs. You're hit by a pitch, the walk come home. It's 2-0. The Milkmen lead it here in this second inning.
Now batting the right fielder, 3, Matt Sato.
Sato will step in. Lefty matchup. Sato takes it at the knees. They're called strike. It's 1-1. It's pretty tough sledding against Miles Smith against the league this year. It's low for the ball. So I'm telling you, I'll get to that in a moment, but it's why we run in a premium year because it's a guy that's come in with about 7, 7, and 6, I believe. Actually, 7, 7, and 9 his last 3 starts. I mean, second pitch, ground ball foul behind the box at first. DJ Boston. A guy that I don't know him, but I saw him play, gosh, what was that? Jacksonville, maybe? His uncle, Daryl, was our hitting coach with the 99 Burlington Bees. I do remember that. As we get out toward right center field, over is Ray. He tracks it down there, and the runners were holding. They got a break. They thought that ball was hit a little better than it was, and it kind of died out there in that deep 409 area, about, I'll say 375 out there, and Abreu tracks it down. And Mike Henneman didn't like here. He's going to come out and chat with the infield. Henneman saw something Mike Henneman saw right away, and he came out quickly, and what it was exactly, but
Welcome to the Blanchard AE Group. Covering from Conway Asphalts and the Warner family. Thanks for joining us tonight. Now back to shortstop 19, Mason Davis.
Mason Davis conversation was, it seemed to be, more just about the matter at hand. I mean, that Jesus takes it way inside, got him moving around right there. It's 0-1. I want to know, pardon me. Remind me. Bus Wright's trying to catch up. Too hot for hot coffee. Out of ice. Ball, no strikes to Davis, first and second. 2-0 Milwaukee in the second. A pair of hits. Swinging away, but it's 1-1. Davis, for you folks that follow the franchise a while, recall the 2018 night in Gary, Indiana, in a 14-inning game where he hit a solo home run, a game winner to propel the Monarchs to the postseason. 1-1. On ball foul right side. And DJ Boston, the brother of Daryl. That's I don't guess an uncle, but Daryl, who was his brother was the coach and was a longtime White Sox bench coach for forever, it seemed like. And Mets, Yankees coach. Actually, he's been the White Sox organization since the late 90s. He's probably been there dang near 20 years. 1-2. Popped out to a right center. Over is John Hernandez. Speeds up. There he is. Makes the play with that right blue glove. Goes out number 3. But Milwaukee grabs 2 runs. The inning, 2 runs on the pair of hits. No errors. Left 2.5 in the books. Miles Smith has a lead here in the second inning. It's 2-0 Milkman on the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network.
That's why Monarchs fans, we're going to have American Idol winner David Cook and Kansas from Cassie Joy put on a full concert following the game. Bring all fans out on the field. Your 4-minute Monarchs vision there. We had a great time. First pitch is at 1 p.m. 3 p.m. We look at 1. Let's see a good time for a whole wide weekend out here at Legends Field. Chill and grill fest. Going to It's also that it's mostly charity since long gone.
What?
Where down there?
Good, wish you happy 50th anniversary to Ralph Sharon Calvin, 6105. Happy anniversary. Your anniversary gift now to your Lucy City Crusade. I'd like to welcome again the folks of Mountain Side team who Germany are field every Friday. And we wish a happy 64th birthday to David Rice. Happy birthday, David. You'll need to have hands on your cake. The atmosphere will serve as your
Homestand continues tomorrow night. Hope you'll join us. And to get tickets at monarchsbaseball.com. Monarchsbaseball.com for you K-State Wildcat fans. You'll want to come out tomorrow night. It's for that cool-looking K-State Monarch shirt. If you follow the K-Staters, that is. Sunday Fun Day as well. Father's Day. Look to come and see us. Tickets at monarchsbaseball.com. Monarchsbaseball.com. And Bobby Jackson Webb's around as well. The entire crew is all around tonight. They're actually double duty downstairs helping out Susie and Mark McKee doing some sales and whatnot with some tennis balls. And they want to go. Saw Caitlin doing that as Matt Adams will step in. Coming home for his 34 driven in, takes it high and away. 1-0. Miles Smith, to talk about him, what he did here. Just to remind you folks that that was the 2017 season. He's the 1-0. Ground ball foul, right side. And I think because, it was the first year, we forget just how good he was. But he's been born in Detroit. He's now 30 years old. But you're born in Michigan, went to Lee University down in Cleveland, Tennessee. At the knees to call strike. 1-2. So Miami-Dade College. And time University of Missouri. Played there in 11. His final collegiate year, but Red Sox farmhand. Here's the 1-2. Way inside, we got the shoe tops of Adams here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Came here in 17. It was his first time in Indy ball. And he went 2-2 with a 3.38, 50 2/3 innings, 62 strikeouts. He went to Gary the next year, went 4-1 with a 1.36, and it was on. 2-2. Low for the ball, 3-2. They shipped around, but not nearly the ship we saw with Sioux City and Chicago. Trowbridge is 20 stripes in the bag at third, but Davis on the left side, the third base side of second. Torres is not in the grass. We've seen second baseman out 10, 15 steps out in the grass. Payoff. Walking ball 4. So walk here. David Thompson will step in. And really, that 2018 season, he had 4 saves. He appeared in 33 ball games. Sorry, 1 save. He appeared in 33 the next year. I'm sorry, and 4 saves for the Garys. And then in 19, it was Milwaukee, 20 Milwaukee, 21 Milwaukee, and now 22. He's been solid for them. And really, he turned the corner, I think, last year. He was dominating at times. There's the pitch to Thompson, low for the ball, 1-0. His 20 season, he was 2-1. Of course, that was the summer. The COVID season was 16. Had a good year, though. And 1.88 in 23 ball games. But it was the 21 season, 13-4, 3.48, 20 starts, couple complete ball games, 1 shutout, 101, actually 111 in 1/3 innings. 1-0. Up and in for a ball, 2-0. Struck out 134 last year. That 111 innings, career-wise for him, was the highest since he threw 103. A couple of stops at 14 for the Red Sox, 2-0. Inside missing 3-0. Actually, that was in Greenville in 14. Went to Arizona Diamondbacks at 15. Their organization got as high as Double-A there. 3-0. There it is on the outside corner at 89, 3-1. Career 36 and 33, but he has been outstanding this year. 4-1, 2.31, 39 innings and 40 strikeouts. And what's amazing is his day-to-day. 3-1 at the knees. A called strike 3-2 as Thompson taking there. And Foley. 3-2 count the payoff to Thompson. Ground ball left side. That's a base hit. Passing out in Trowbridge. They're first and second. The Monarchs. There's something going in the second. Book earlier and then up in 17 and 13. John Hernandez. Currently, Milwaukee, they're one game back. One game back, Milton fans. You're one game behind in Chicago. 2 games clear King County. 3 games ahead of the Garys. Gary better ball, 2 below. They're 7 of their last 10, but Milwaukee coming in 7-10. And just from that right side, 350, 11 homers, 31 driven in. So we're going to foul tip. They got a piece, so giving Kelly out. Chance to kind of collect this over here. That's the big city going deep. Not quite, but he was ready to. Folks at the home run patio tonight. They'd love to have a John Hernandez launch right there. That is a launch site out there, so you need to be paying attention out there. The home run patio. That mini monster right behind Lokindra. That's dangerous grounds out there. Packed in out there, the corner. It's in second. 2-0 Milwaukee in the second inning. The second once, twice. Here's the 0-1. Low away for the ball. Number 2, 6'2", 185. Last 3 starts, 9 innings, 7 innings, and 7 innings. 22 strikeouts, 4 earned. He has scattered some hits. That has been the case here and there. Here's the 1-1. Curveball way up and in here, 2-1. Despite being 4-1, he's tossed a quality start in all 5 outings. His other outing, the opening night start, he went 4 innings and no decision, an 8-4 win over Lake Country. But his last 5 starts, all quality starts, going 4-1. 2-2. He's going to foul away right side. That'll be out of play. The one game he lost against Fargo, they lost 3-1. He went 6 innings, 2 earned runs on 5 hits, a couple of walks, 6 strikeouts. I mean, it's not like he was knocked around. Although the Monarchs, Winnipeg, and Fargo all touched him up last year a time or two. Here's the 2-2. Swinging away, he got it, but down and away. John Hernandez chasing that slider a foot down and away. And it's a big pitch for Smith. He can get that over to right net of batters. They're way out of front. He's going to bring up Casey Gillespie. Go back to last year. That got him for 5 runs on 5 innings on the 4 hits there. Fargo got him for 12 hits, 8 earned runs on the 4th of July. Kansas City, though, the one that probably stands out the most was the Monarchs won a 20-5 ball game that chased him with 5 earned and 5 innings as well, but the Monarchs had just poured on that day. The first one to Gillespie. They called strike 1-1. Second, Thompson at first. Adams at second. Gillespie takes it away. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little change of pace. John Updike says Miles Smith is the consummate Indie League pitcher. Never too high, never too low. Out the desert trying to pick the crowd back up, he says. There's the 1-1. Low for the ball, 2-1. Where's Shaggy? Shaggy has better say, then Shaggy pops up. Where's Shaggy? Then he pops up on the screen. Odd Party of 6 says, it sounds silly, I know, but it's great to hear Nate in the background again. Yes, it is great to hear him again. I'm sorry, Shaggy, you're in your seats. I missed that earlier. My bad. 2 balls a strike. First and second. Right-hander deals. Side corner called strike. Dropped in there 2-2. Stino asking me, how about the trip back? Was it? How was it? And he said he joined us late. It was good. Beautiful lightning coming. And I know it sounds weird to say beautiful lightning. The skies coming down 29 last night. Pretty impressive. But we get that every summer at least once. That was a memorable ride. 2-2. He's going to line out to the right, and tracking it down is Sato there. There's out number 2. That was solidly hit by Casey, but basically 2 steps in with the right fielder, and he's able to make the play. 2 down for Pete Cosmo. 2-0 Milwaukee in the second.
Batting with shortstop number 4, Pete Cosmo.
Yeah, I think I was told this story at the lunch show today. We're coming up just maybe, 5-6 miles from Hemppley Field there at Omaha, the airport, and it was just lightning off the other side of the river and really on this side of Omaha. Beautiful lightning up the sky, and then this plane coming in. It was a really interesting backdrop with those big bolts and that plane making its final. Oscar takes on the inside corner called strike. It's 0-1. There was some really impressive lightning, and talking to Justin Donatello today. He was taping the Dugout Report with Jackson, and we were talking out in the hallways. Yeah, that was something else. Man. It was guys playing cards back there going, ooh, ah. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a wave, 0-2. Yeah, the Thunder and Lightning, I'm not so fond of either on Party of 6, but it was pretty, again, it's dangerous, but living in a city, the lightning looks a little different. But if you're out and about in the outskirts and the countryside, perhaps, and the highways and byways, the lightning in the sky is totally different. 0-2. Outside corner called strike 3, and that's out number 3. Monarchs at the first 2 aboard, but quietly behind him there, nothing going for Kansas City. No runs, 1 hit, 1 pair, through 2. It's 2-0 Milwaukee into the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network. Thanks, babe. Oh.
How cold it'll be because I just dumped ice in that hot water. Right.
Let's get more ice.
Good.
Our Super Service Night presented by Western University Saturday, July 2nd. We're still the best part of the National Guard of Civil Rock Climbing Wall. We play our crucial military vehicle and all the first sounds of fans in the game. We have student players around town. Plus, we got post-game fireworks. It's on Saturday, North Carolina weekend. We're on our service members. And the great coaching on the city online by visiting our office. With dancing moms around the world and honor all of those men and women who long for them. Let's welcome some
At Swope Health, the exclusive healthcare service partner of the Kansas City Monarchs, we know access to quality care that meets you where you are is so important. Multiple clinic locations, telehealth services, transportation assistance, and community outreach, Swope Health is a region's leading provider of accessible, quality, compassionate health care for everyone. Looking for a personalized, team-based primary care that meets the special needs of your family, you can find it right here. Visit swopehealth.org to learn more. swopehealth.org to learn more. The exclusive healthcare partner of the Kansas City Monarchs. Top of the third inning. It's 2-0 Milk as they Ginger, Kelly, and Conley. A lot of connections to these two clubs, and what's amazing, we only played them. This is only the third series here. The first time we ever played Milwaukee, we actually played them in Kokomo, Indiana. Line to right side, but right there, a little hump back for Kevin Santa. He makes the play. 3 steps to his right. Count number 1 went away. Injured it solidly there. Brings up Dylan Kelly. But you've got Kenger, Mason Davis, and Miles Smith. And, of course, they used to have Christian Correa at the ball club. He's now up in Fargo. And Dylan Tice was there. It's been kind of a place for guys that were here have gone to, but Anthony Barone and Joe Capietro have never coached together, really had never met until they faced off in this league last year. The knees are called strike, 1-1 to Kelly. They bounced through the double turn by the first inning, 2-0 Milwaukee. So it's not really for anything more than just, I guess, it's a fluke. I mean, just the connections are just kind of fluky here. Here's a go one. Lifted out left side, base hit the other way for Kelly. He's aboard. 1 out single, the third for the Milkmen, and Dylan Kelly's been a good one in this league for a while. That's another thing. They've got some names that you recall. I mean, you recall guys like Dylan Kelly. You're not going. There's been some teams we faced. The Milwaukee just seems so almost a American Association of who's who's. It's Conley, a guy that you heard in this league too. Popped up left side out toward the line is Gabby Guerrero. So is Thompson. Gabby's there though, makes the play on the edge of the grass and warning track in fair territory. There's out number 2. Kelly playing that Red Hawks, Missouri Tiger. Hill. Been for a couple of years as well. So you got those guys. You got some guys like a Trowbridge, Kelly. The connections the Monarchs have with Kenger, Davis, Smith, and missing inside for a ball. Nothing. Milwaukee with 2 down. There's the 1-0 from Belzer. Low for the ball, 2-0 on Joe's. Comments today was that we want to keep him. He's going to keep us in the ball game, and so far he's done that with 2 down here in this third inning. It is 2-0, but you've seen this before. The Monarchs could hang around and little traffic going. Eventually, the worm does turn to get those pitch counts up. Second, third time through. Here's the 2-0. At the knees, are called strike 2-1. 27-year-old University of Connecticut. Tier league a couple of years ago, playing with Lake Erie in 18 and 19. It is in the outside corner, called strike. It's 2-2, even up here. 4 years of college at UConn, and 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander deals, and it's away 3-2. Run full here. Those are legs to the ground there. Dick did not pitch in Sioux City, and I don't believe I think he went and then came back here. Although he's family, and he's not obviously Des Moines, not that far away. Here goes the runner, payoff, bounce foul left side. But starting here, he got back here earlier. The rest of the team, and somebody was asking earlier. Steve was asking about the travel, and oftentimes in a situation like that, in a series you wasn't going to pitch it as a starter, he usually gets the early start coming back home, or a 3-game series. Oftentimes you won't take, let's say the guy who pitched the night before, he doesn't usually go, and usually the guy who pitches the first game back doesn't usually go. Here's the payoff, away walking ball 4, second walk to Hill. 2 hit by pitches. 3 walks. Brian Torres hit by pitch his first time up. 2-0 Milwaukee in the 3rd inning. But even at this level, now we're not talking about Justin Verlander's classic days when he was with Detroit. I heard this story before when my mate Warwick Salpole would talk about this, but Verlander would disappear after his start and then reappear out of nowhere in thin air. Ground ball rolled over the right side. Gillespie's there. He'll wait for Belzer. Gets there in just in time by stride to beat the speedy Torres right there. Nice play. 3-1. Pitcher covers. No runs. 1 hit. No errors. 2 men left through 2.5. Jackson has your scoreboard coming up next. Monarchs are trailing at 2-0. You're tuned to the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network. More from KCK after this. Howdy, mate.
Also, Sunday's Noonday, we're meeting the team, the Kansas City Monarchs.
It wasn't bad. How'd you hear me? How was it? Pretty good. It wasn't bad. It was a little. I'm about to buy a bike tomorrow. Just what we're gonna do because it's good. An antenna would help because I just sort of if you moved, it's good. I can see it picking you up. It was working, but
I was just worried about the PA being too loud, but
it was fine. It sounded good. It wasn't the quality. It was just the reception. It wasn't the quality of what we were doing.
That is the jersey up on our screen. Is that currency? No. Kind of cow that is. That weird cow they have. It looks like it's Shannon with CHANOIS. There's many who have been with farming out there who are screaming. Check out some of the design on the wall. We see it. We'll have autographed jerseys being worn. We want these are going to pick those up and answer well. We'll get those fan
Oops. Oh, well, I'm going to hear Matt one more time, right? I mean, Matt hearing one more time. I thought I'd marked that last night, but I didn't mark that right now. That's some production to tomorrow. I got a lot of production. I'll be here early tomorrow. But a guy who probably know if he'll be here early. He might be here late. He's here all the time. Jackson Webb stops by. He was downstairs earlier, and he's now upstairs with a scoreboard update brought to you by Swope Health, the exclusive healthcare partner of your Monarchs. And you did know that, right? That the Monarchs are partners with Swope Health?
I did.
Wherever you are, there's a convenient location nearby to provide accessible quality care to everyone in your family. Jackson,
I hope so. Especially with this heat. 108, it feels like temperature.
yeah, you're wearing pants.
I know.
I wore the shorts because I thought it was one of the night Kettle and Wine night tonight. So I put the cat, but I put this in the Kettle and Wine. Is this Kettle and Wine outfit? Well, I guess I got sort of a thumbs up. JC Escada will step in. 9-1 and 2. The out-of-town board brought to you by Swope Health, the exclusive healthcare partner of your Monarchs. Jackson, fill us in. What's going on around this association we call as America?
Yep. In the American, we got 6 games, 5 other games in which we need to touch on real quick.
First one, JC is low for the ball, 1-0.
All 5 of these games have numbers on the board. A couple of them are in the middle of the game, a couple of them at the beginning. All the games are tight. Kane County is up 2-1 for our first game. In the top of the 6th, they're up on the Canaries 2-1.
The knees are called strike, 1-1.
The Lincoln Salt Dogs are on top of the Winnipeg Blue Eyes, who are the home team at Shaw Park on the north coast border. Lincoln is up 2-1 right now in the bottom of the 4th.
Note on that one, too, in a moment. Here's the 1-1 from Smith. Finds and deals. Ground ball foul right by John West. Frank's not here tonight. John's over first. Last night, Lincoln, the Lightning I was talking about that we were seeing coming up on 29 or down 29, it was beautiful up in, beautiful hot in Sioux City, but we wouldn't have any rain at all. Once we got about right outside of Omaha, the Lightning hit. Well, last night, Lincoln and Lake Country only played 5 because they had the storms came in, and here's the 1-2 pitch to Scatter, towered out to her right, over the gap. Sato will sidestep it now and make the play there and one away. But what I'm telling you is, folks, and you, is that the usually you got a getaway day, a night game at home. You got to go to Canada, which is about 11 hours from Lincoln. Well, they got a little early start, so it wasn't too bad. So that helped out. We got it in August, little paybacks.
But we got the time, top of the 4th, U.S. Steel Yard, the Gary South Shore Railcats are losing to the Fargo Monarchs, who are red hot.
Yes, they are. As Rayu hammers it off the photo well downstairs, and Gabby Guerrero tried to make a play, and he did not.
And we got a lot of dogs in this league.
Yes, we do.
Battle of the dogs yet again. Usually it's Chicago Dogs and Soul Dogs that I think of, but in a way we got the Hounds, also a dog, part of that dog family.
Yes.
The Hounds are up on the Chicago Dogs 1-0 right now in the top of the 4th.
Who are not a part of the dog family. They're what dog family like to snack on.
Yes.
Right. If you had a plate of Chicago dogs and a bunch of dog hounds, they'd be really full. They'd be really having fun.
With it.
Yes. Oh, what? Swinging away, 0-2.
I don't know. That's kind of like
Yeah, we can't do that. Yeah, you're right.
All right, moving on. The last one, Cleveland Railroaders, they are losing to our worst spread right now. The Sioux City Explorers.
Bring them up.
1-0. Bottom of the 3rd at the University Field.
Golden foul did Abreu. Yeah, Sioux City, the win tonight would climb to 500. Depending on what happened in Winnipeg tonight, they would be even with them and actually move from the 5th position to the 4th position. So that would put them, within an earshot of the Salt. Which the Monarchs is trying to right the ship here and get a W, and kind of want to wait out Miles Smith, who's got 45 offerings on the board here. It's 46 to Abreu coming on. Get out towards center. Really happy with that. The crowd might have heard that as Aaron Hill makes the play.
They're right there. Him and the Scarlet right there. When you get a pitch that good, and you get that result, those are the toughest because you're right there.
Right there, and Miles Smith has been right there too. He's you weren't here when he was here in 17, but he went from here to Gary, and I look back at that 17 team. There's a one big hopper right side, rolling foul, though. And Smith and Santa nearly collide there, and Kevin kind of dodges the ball and leap, and Miles Smith dodges him. But I look back at that team, and it may have been it was the most educating experience for me. And watching a guy like Smith, because I can tell the eye test told me he had something. He was doing the work in the bullpen, and Joe basically moved him for some pieces, and he was doing a lot of that year. At the same time, the club was losing players left and right to the affiliated ranks, which was still at the time was my mind was like, what is going on here? But he was part of a foundation that we see now. There's the 0-1 that's on the outside, missing 1-1.
And it's sad to see him here, playing against us on the other side. But what he's doing for the league and for the Milkmen, of course, is great. Appreciating him from an outsider's perspective. He does a great job.
1-1.
If I can, I'll make the comparison. You rejected or accepted. But what I see out of Miles Smith, I see a polished version of Keenan Simpson.
Yes.
I feel like that's where Miles Smith is. Yes. And he showed flashes of it.
Yeah, and I would. And Sampson at times was just lethal. Was the 1-2. Trying to wave got him and getting over. Yeah, that's a very good comparison. I think it's a very good comparison that and Sampson's that close. Sampson's a little younger, but it's been there. And maybe has slightly more quote-unquote tools, let's say, than the chest. It's a very good comparison.
I feel like they do the same things, but Smith just does it on a more regular basis.
Exactly. Good stuff. We'll see the sixth. Jackson Webb, the Swope Hill Out-of-Town School Board. Timeout time. You're tuned to the 2021 American Association champion, Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network. What? I think so. Why? I was gonna say hi. I was gonna be friendly. What? I know you're not. That's not good because that's what I need you to be. I need you to be positive and friendly. But you're gonna sabotage it. You're gonna be upset.
I'm going to sabotage.
I mean.
I don't feel like it right now. At some point, I would. Going in there is ready for kind of intruding.
Don't go in there. You don't go in there.
Tonight is the Summer Sizzler for Socal Associates. We are here with our families to cheer on the Monarchs. As we choose to home their corner of the Monarchs, now with all of our movie associates and express their appreciation for the wonderful care and education provided to our community. We're grateful to the Monarchs and welcome hosts of the Hero Legends team looking forward to another championship season. Now that a third base is looking forward.
On the fourth we go, it's 2-0. Milwaukee, first pitch to Logan Trowbridge, who's inside for the ball, and it's 1-0. Dan Vaughn with you. Cast of thousands here. We got the crew tonight. W40's here. Which we had at Jackson here a moment ago. The crew down the hallway. Dave and Kevin in the bunch. And saw Noble down there. He's here. Nolan's here. At the knees, they call strike 1-1. Nolan's here. Noble's here. You know it's baseball time in Kansas City. Or fries, one of the two. He's eating fries down there tonight. Love you, Noble. Here's the 1-1. Low for the ball, 2-1. Nate's here. Somebody even said it's good to hear him. Nate, and what's been a busy sports 24 hours in this city, and really several cities to be exact. That's if you follow kickball, the 2-1. High for the ball, 3-1. Is the announcement from FIFA that they'll be playing selected cities in North America, a couple up in Canada, which is North America, obviously Vancouver, Toronto made the cut, Mexico City, Monterrey, inside Walkton Ball 4, it'll lead up at a board here. And of course, North America, and that would be the United States of America and North America. Sorry about that, my geography. I know my geography. May not sound like it, but I really do. So congratulations to you folks that were fired up. Nate was one of them, and our friend Hartzell was all over it. I'm excited too. My city, for the second time, will host the World Cup. Exciting thing. It's a pretty cool deal. There's the pitch. Showing the bunt, pulling back a pitch away to Manlio Ordonez Jr., who had the single RBI back in the second inning. It's weird because I don't think we as Americans, North Americans, quite understand the international competition outside of the Olympics, right? Olympics we get, right? The Olympics are a big deal, right? We understand middle plays for two here. He shows the bunt, though. It's pulled away again. It's 2-0, pitch outside. I mean, our frame of reference is summer games and winter games, and when you have the Olympics, that's a big deal. But you got to understand that just about every other sport in the world plays some type of World Cup. Now, soccer being the biggest one, but rugby has a World Cup, cricket has a World Cup. You know, you've got the World Championships in track and field. You've got gymnastic World Cups. And we don't really always get into that as a country here. Here's a 2-0. Low for the ball, 3-0. But it's kind of it's a change for us. We have so many leagues and unique sports. For example, baseball. There is a World Baseball Classic, and it's a World Championship. But most folks would say the real World Championship is the World Series in Major League Baseball. That's what you would say, right? 3-0. At the knees are called strike, 3-1. You've got the NFL, which doesn't have a World Championship. Then hockey does, and the NBA has a World Championship. But even the FIBA basketball championship doesn't quite draw the interest from folks in the States like it does overseas. 3-1, chop towards short. Cosmo's there, shoulder high. Second for one, on to first. Yep, there. Double turn right there. 6-4 in the front half. Turn him, burn him in the 4-3 back half. And pitcher's best mate right there. Another play tonight. 2 for Kansas City in this 2-0 fourth inning. But I just think our frame of reference, because I know if my friends in Australia will tell you this, any Australian national team is a big deal. And where in the States, for example, baseball players sort of want to play in the Olympics, but if they don't, they're probably okay with it. Where in a lot of countries, playing the Olympics for baseball is a big deal. Of course, if they had baseball in the Olympics, they don't, that went away. This last Olympics was the last one for a while, I think. But, of course, the problem is you got big league money keeping guys from playing with the national team, too. That's a whole other story. There's the 1-0 to Sado. It's low for the ball, 2-0. But it's just different because, you go to any Commonwealth country or any European country, and they're talking about European championships or world championships or whatever sport. And we don't have as much of that here. Our sports are different. It's a 2-0. Routed foul by Boston at first. And DJ. I didn't introduce myself, Tim, because, again, I spent a summer riding the buses and won a Midwest League title with his brother, who's the longtime White Sox bench coach. First base coach forever there. 2 balls, a strike, 2 down, 2-0 Milwaukee in the fourth inning. Just a frame of reference thing, though. I just throw it out there. It's 2-1. Get out towards center. Drifting back is Abreu, still going. Now he's under. A step on the track, makes the play. There's out number 3. So congratulations to Kansas City and Dallas-Fort Worth and other cities that got Atlanta, Houston, Miami, Los Angeles, Seattle. Somebody, I'm sure. Congratulations on hosting the World Cup. And the World Cup coming to our country in a couple of years. Timeout time. We're through 3.5. It's 2-0 Milwaukee. You're 2 to the Kansas City Monarchs. Broadcast Network.
our limited Amazon merchandise, food, and beverages. And the real winner, Thursday.
Damn it! Pull that one either. Damn it! I got to do more work. I've got to be up here tomorrow and get some work done. I can't be screwing around. I need to rest today, but I got the wrong drops, bumpers.
All right, folks. I mean, this little game is self-explanatory. It's ugly CRA taking 3 options to your fire dad.
Funny, I can do that. So, did you hear about David Lawrence coming?
Yeah.
You didn't say anything about it.
I was driving, so I just hit a like.
Okay. He and Lee are flying in. I guess they're driving to Omaha from here. We're staying here Sunday. So I'll see if I can get Legends Club tickets tomorrow for you guys. And then maybe do some afterwards real quick or whatever. If they're staying down, you didn't know where at the plaza somewhere. And they're going to Omaha because Ole Miss is playing Monday, I guess. So.
Alright. Here's the bird. That was an explosion pose. I think she earned the third strike. Will she hit it out of the park? Would you like to sit down or hire that? We got a triple play, folks. Congratulations on your playing and you got it very hard. We were real tripped on. We looked for an ice cream case, so he's cooling off.
Well, they're pieing my dad out there. Is the youngster got to throw the pie on the dad's cabeza, right? That's what they say? Cabeza. Here's Gabby Guerrero. Gabby leads on. It's 2-0 Milwaukee. Dan Baum with you. We'll be followed by Matt Adams and David Thompson. Monarchs get busy here in this fourth inning. And the twilight starts to take over. A little hazy sky in the metro here. It was a 90-degree plus day today. And warm summer's eve in this June 17th. There's the first one of Gabby. At the knees, a call strike 1-1. Now, remember, we were talking with Gabby, and I told you this last night. Is it G-A-B-B-Y or G-A-B-Y? Because we've done it both ways here. We really have done it both ways. But obviously, Gabriel Guerrero is on the roster. But is it? And I finally said, you know what? Let's get the bottom of it. So that was my goal this week in Sioux City. And so I had a little coffee there, sitting with Gabby talking yesterday, or actually it was Wednesday. We'll chat with him down the lobby, and here's the 0-1. At the knees, a call strike, and it's 0-2. And Gabby looked at me really seriously and goes, either way. Make a call here, because we've done it both ways. I don't want to upset you. He goes, okay, just G-A-B-Y. And that was just kind of a flip of the coin. So here's the 0-2 from Smith. Down toward the right side, long run for Conley, still going, coming in from right, and it will drop for a base hit by about a foot. Little flare that Sato couldn't get to it right. Conley, the first baseman, is chasing him behind. He's chasing that ball from behind down that right field line, a long way from Sato, and that ball just drops a couple of feet fair, and it's a single for Gabby Guerrero. And here's Matt Adams. Time run here. Guerrero last night had his 16-game ride broken. It's a new hitting streak here, and Adams, who walked his first time, they will ship, but not as exaggerated as other clubs have done. And more of a true shift against a left-handed stick here. Adams lines it right. That's a base hit. Gabby will hold at second base. He looks over his right shoulder as the throw comes back in and cut off by Mason Davis, the shortstop. That one was a solid single. The Monarchs take another look at Miles Smith. There is David Thompson.
Now batting the third baseman, number 8, David Thompson.
We'll chat in a moment. We got some good stuff on the Olympics tonight. John said that Fargo's taking it seriously on those Railcats tonight. Railcats were playing good ball. Between them and Sioux City, Who got up to dreadful starts. Both of them, they both ride the ship and appear to be heading to a upper division finish. Thompson takes on the inside corner, called strike 1-1. Of course, in Sioux City's case, they may have a Waterloo as well. There may be a team out there that gives them fits, and there's been several that give them fits. So it's not funny how the game works out, isn't it? 0-1. Up and in, that hit him. Oh, man. David got hit on the shoulder there. And he's got a pad right there above the shoulder, and it went from the shoulder blade down to the elbow. And that hit him, and he's okay here. And they're loaded. So Monarchs a chance for John Hernandez.
Come on. Do the grand slam.
And slow walk out as Jose Rodriguez will come out. John Hernandez will come in. 2010 on our friends at Swoop Health. Swoop Health, comprehensive health care services for every stage of life during your entire life. As exclusive health care service provider, the Kansas City Monarchs, you count on Swoop Health, provide care and treatment you need to be healthy in mind and body. That's including primary care, pediatrics, women's health, dental, behavioral, and much more for the whole family. To learn more about all the different ways we can support your good health, check out swoophealth.org today. And the conversation over, and it's become my favorite walk-up song of all the bunch here. This one reminds me of The Hangover. It's on the Hangover soundtrack. Aces juiced, as Shaggy says. They are loaded for John Hernandez. The right side, it's 2-0 Milwaukee, but a big-time chance for Kansas City. Bag a KC on those jerseys, and it's 5-0. Alternate red throwback with the number 2 back of John Hernandez, the red heart. Just see one right there. Yes. Situation. Similar RBIs. He's batting 1,000. Low and away, bouncing in, but not far enough away. Gabby thought about it, but Dylan Kelly was right on top of it. Kelly with the dirt and grass in that circle downstairs to the right on top of it. Back for Guerrero. Let's suck it out. At first is Thompson. Situation down at 10. You have 2 grand slam home runs here, so there's that in play here. Up third, 2-0. Smith from the buckle. He's got a mess here. 2-0. Now inside 3-0. Nearly got the kneecaps of John Hernandez. Does the dirt work? That's that black barrel and that black bat and that handle here. He shoots once, twice. Taps the plate, he's ready. Well, and probably having a cut, I would think, because the music was going here and they were waiting for it to stop. That music stopped, and they finally got stopped. There we go. 3-0 count, slip away here. Get out to a right field, drifting back at the warning track, at the wall. This ball is going to be gone. Later, how about a third? A grand slam home run. He will touch them all. It's 4-2 Kansas City. In the alleyway and right. And John Hernandez has his 12th, and the Monarchs have a lead. Oh, man. Challenge this ball club, and that's what will happen. It's 4-2 Kansas City. Third time issue the Monarchs have yard and the bases juke. Sacks were full, not so much anymore. They've been emptied, and it's now 4-2. Still nobody out here. There's Casey Gillespie. Monarchs have grabbed the lead in this 4th inning. Line to left. That's a base hit. So Gillespie the other way here. And Casey That first base sack, he'll stop right there. No return. And John West there, who had a busy day. I know I saw John about 4:05 in the morning when I left to go back to the house. And Pop-Tart, chatted with John, and went home and washed my clothes. Big Cosmo. Monarchs' third grand slam this year. John Hernandez was batting 1,000 with the bases loaded. That'll continue. That is 8, 9, 10, 11 driven in with the bases used. That's pretty impressive. Monarchs have their 56 long ball as well. Cosmo takes the soft one away at the 61st offering. It's 1 ball, no strikes to Pete Cosmo. Cosmo lines sharply to right back in the second inning. The bullpen start to stretch and get loose out there as Smith is 63rd pitch and a 4-2 Monarch lead in the fourth inning. Must be leads, they hold him here. Cosmo takes it low, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Yep, I'm party of 6, and just like that, boom! Woohoo, and a heart, and a ring dingy, and ring shaggy, and right, and all that. Everybody happy, right? Everybody happy. No frowns in this bunch, aren't we? Yeah, good time tonight. 2-0. There it is at the knees, 2-1. Funny, I was talking to Nate Gherkin, who's with the Assistant Explorers. Got the worked the relief last night. Nate and I were talking yesterday before the game. He's like, talking about Pete Cosby. He said, yeah, I know how much they love you. Now, they didn't play together. They were in different years, but back-to-back in Perth and Western Australia. It was Gillespie to 2-1. He's got it easily stolen there. At the knees are called strike 2-2. Smith didn't look over. And an easy Ronald McDonald House stolen base for Casey Gillespie. It's another $2. The coppers of the Ronald McDonald House. Having a home away from home for families of children in the hospitals in our city. The Ronald McDonald House Charities of Kansas City. At second is Gillespie, the 2-2. Bouncing in, got away, wild pitch. It'll go to the backstop. And over to third base is Casey Gillespie. A great jam right there, played that. Going to be wild there. Yes, Shaggy, the new motto is, these guys know how to turn a frown upside down. The word right now is pow, pow. See that pow. Yes, there's a lot more fun when you're winning. It is. It's funny how that works. Infield's going to draw in here in a 4-2 Monarch lead. They do draw in. Late jump over at second is Torres. He's now in. 3-2 payoff to Cosmo. Towered out toward left. Over in the gap. Let's see if Casey will try to come home here. As Kinger makes the play. Casey tags, racing home. Throw is coming up. It will not be in time. It's not going to get there. Kinger's throw makes it to the mound right there. Sack fly, RBI for Pete Cosmo. He has his 18th driven in. The Monarchs make it 5-2 Kansas City. On the sack fly, Pete Cosmo. Labor a bit, get up to one out, and then kind of regroup and bases clear. Back to normal depth, and JC will chop it right back to the mound. Over the head of Smith, though, but charging his Miles, actually was Mason Davis. Brian Torres is also charging too. And Smith, that was just over the glove. Up there, and now, sack fly for Cosmo, Scotto. Now had a big bounce that's almost like a turf bounce. It really hit that front lip with the grass and dirt heat there from the mound and bounced right over Smith's head. Davis was coming in, so was Torres. I thought Torres had a chance. He was closer, but his body was off balance. He was not going to make a throw. The only chance was for Mason Davis to make a throw. From bouncing into Abreu, it's low. It's 1-0. Kelly kind of kicks it forward. And Davis kind of, I don't know if he called him off because we'll never know. You have a microphone down there, but my assumption is Davis is really making his presence known. The only way he's going to make a play there is if he charges from that 6-hole behind the mound and with his momentum carries him over toward first because there was no chance for Torres there. Monarchs have 7 hits here. The 1-0. Bouncer to second. Torres will turn to second for 1. On to first. Double play. 4-6-3. Double play ball. The Monarchs will grab a lead in the inning. Getting 5 runs in the inning. Coming on the grand slam and the sac fly. On the 4 hits. Make that through 4. Kansas City has a 5-2 lead on the Monarchs. Broadcast network.
We're going to get the countdown, we're going to get started, everyone count, we're not loud. And we get down to 1, there are the swings now. You guys ready? Let's have the countdown. 8, 7, 6. Papers, bats, ladders, sunglasses, onboard, smart seats, checkbooks. Get it?
With Erica.
What?
With Erica. With Erica. Angela. Saying
How's she doing?
good. Yeah, we're all happy.
He's got a lead of 5-2 here in the 5th inning. Kansas City Monarchs baseball brought to you by folks like our good friends, the Roastery Coffee Company, 6 locations in Kansas City. The Roastery Coffee Company, a simple recipe for success for them. You go here in the Metro and source those best, top quality coffee beans around. Source the finest, roast them the best way they can. Delivered to the customer as fast as humanly possible, all while facilitating an extraordinary coffee experience along the way. 6 locations in Kansas City. Roastery Coffee Company. It's 5-2 KC. And the Monarchs have the lead here. The grand slam for John Hernandez. It'll be Mason Davis for the milk, followed by Kinger. Then Dylan Kelly, first one off the knee, used in Mayday. Loved his name back in the day. Again, I was talking about this to Jackson Webb, going to give him a little bit of a franchise lesson. He'll looped out toward left center field, and coming in, that'll be a drop for a base hit. Davis aboard. And in from the Citadel has his first hit tonight, 1 for 3. Davis, now we take you back to that Labor Day weekend in Gary, Indiana. There's a 4-game series there, Friday, Saturday. I'm sorry, it was a Saturday, Sunday, Monday series. And there was a rain delay. There was an early start on that Sunday. He was supposed to start, I believe, at 5. And there was rain, surprise, in Gary. Skinzer steps in, takes it inside for the ball. 1-0. He's 0 for 1 on the walk. Well, the Monarchs didn't know the T-Bones had several different scenarios watching the scoreboard that weekend. And basically, Sioux City was playing down in Wichita. The Wingnuts were still in the league at the time. Here's the 1-0. Bouncing towards short, could be 2. It's a 6 for Cosma on the first. Double play, turn and burn, and that's 2 tonight. Or might that 3 tonight. Pardon me. 6. It's 2 of those variety, though. Unassisted by Cosma at second base. To turn him and burn him 6-3. Dylan Kelly with 2 down. He's 1 for 2. But the situation was, and I forget the exact result, but Sioux City had won the division. And the Monarchs were chasing Wichita for we're chasing. They had the wild card lead. Kansas City had a situation basically that last weekend where really, barring any kind of just total collapse, we're going to be fine. Ground ball left side, got on through a little 5-6, gets the ship for Kelly here, and he rolls it for a single to left field. 5th hit for Milwaukee. But the Monarchs, then those the T-Bones, lost the Saturday night game. So basically had a 1-game lead and could tie Wichita. Was on the tiebreaker against Wichita. Sioux City had the tiebreaker. Well, that series actually was even. There was other that Sioux City had, I believe, a 3-game advantage. There was no way that we could catch them, but Wichita's in the mix. Pitch away for the ball to Chris Conley. They played an early game. And we're waiting for a rain delay. We're waiting rain delay theater. We're really watching. I'm watching the game on then the American Association site that was up then. Kind of trying to follow along there. Ball no strikes. 5-2 Kansas City. At the knees, a called strike. Well, the Monarchs didn't know it was the T-Bones. We're about to go on the air. Actually, at a Facebook Live of Monarchs Live, and did tell the news on Facebook that, in fact, Wichita had been beaten, and the Monarchs, then those the T-Bones, were going to claim a wild card spot. Foul back, but the team didn't know it because the game was about to start. And the rain delay, we get going the game down there, so the team doesn't know this at all. And somehow, no one told them that. And no one really got this whole story correct because some folks believe that some of the players thought that we would clinch. Some of them didn't know for sure. There was also a story going around that game was in a rain delay too. There was all kinds of going on there. 1-2, swinging away, got him. Conley out on strikes. The final part of the story though was we played on to 14 innings, and Mason Davis hits a solo home run in the 14th to give the T-Bones the lead, and go on to win the ballgame, and also celebrate a wild card there in Gary on a Sunday evening back in Labor Day of 2018. So Mason Davis will always remember for that play in 2018. Timeout time. Monarchs a 5-2 lead. You're tuned to the Kansas City Monarchs Broadcast Network.
All right, Senator Sean. He's got a Monarchs mixtape. It's all here, Sean.
All right, Brandon, for all your state noises, we've got option 1, Brandon Low Places. Option 2, Don't Stop Believing. That's hard. And then option 3, Sweet Caroline. Some say the baseball stuff. So we're in a game. Here's when it goes move the opposite again. When I say 1, you cheer. 2, cheer. There we go. All right, go. Let's go on 1. You want 1. Oh, yeah, I want there.
Sweet Caroline.
Strawberry lemonade.
What is that?
Strawberry lemonade vodka.
What?
I saw Mark Brandmeyer.
What? What?
I saw Mark Brandmeyer.
What did you say?
Hello. I said, happy 2020 season. Good to see you. I was like, I haven't seen you this year. It's like, yeah. Good. Good class.
they had a vote tonight, and I don't know how you would vote. The choice was Sweet Caroline, Friends in Low Places, and what was the other one? What was the third one? Shaggy was in it. And everybody voted for Sweet Caroline. So there's that. They're going to sing along. It's good. Sure, Nate. I don't know. It sounds like Nate doesn't approve, but oh well. Question: any of the current players, former T-Bones players, we only attended the 2 games. Don't Stop Believing was third. Okay, Don't Stop Believing. Okay, that's a tough call. Don't Stop Believing, Friends in Low Places, or Sweet Caroline. Anthony's are called Strike 101. I've got a story for each song that means something to me in my life. I probably would pick the story that probably means the most. Probably 0-1 to Santa, low inside here. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 5-2 Kansas City. Because in music, the soundtrack of our lives, right? Isn't that what it is? And we sort of certain songs take us to a certain place and time, right? No, I'm singing like a song, right? 1 ball, 1 strike from Smith, the 73rd offering. Low for the ball. It's 2-1. Well, anyway, there's a song by Clint Black that talks about that. Isn't it funny? The melody brings back a memory, take you to another place in time, completely change your state of mind. Anyway, so of the 3, Sweet Caroline reminds me of my first trip to Fenway, but also reminds me of my youngest, the kiddo. So she's Sweet Caroline most of the time. And then Friends in Low Places, 3-1. He's going to line down the right field line over, and there he is Sato. He'll make the play. Soft liner. Santa had a bid for a double right there. That thing held up and up. There's 1 away. Here's Gabby Guerrero. He's 1 for 2. Friends in Low Places takes me back to watching that song live. That was actually on Garth Brooks' self-titled debut album, Garth Brooks. He's wearing an ugly-looking brownish cowboy hat. I saw him up close and personal there in Lubbock, and we dance around. The stage is on one side of the dance floor. People danced around the stage there in a circle. Way over the head of Gabby Guerrero there. Kind of smiles there. It's got away from Miles Smith. So I saw Garth Brooks live way before he was Garth Brooks that we know now. And this is for Tricia, and this is back with his first wife, and when he was still a very young man, and I was a very young man, and I could actually dance without collapsing. This is the one away from the ball 2-0. But yeah, I would go out. Midnight Rodeo was the place, and it had the dance floor. And you 2-step by the stage, and you go around a lap and come back around again. And he sang that song, and so that's that memory. Here's a 2-0. Outside corner, 2-1 to Gabby Guerrero. The other one, Don't Stop Believing, takes you back to my sophomore year in high school and going to summer camp, and that was the big cassette tape everybody had. Everybody had that cassette tape. 2-1. Ground ball rocketed foul by Bill Sobey. Look out, Bill. Pulls off that Pitbull cap and wipes the brow. Says, shoot. Bill was out there walking today in the heat way later than I was. I was out there right around lunchtime. That was brutal. He was out there about 2 o'clock, and he made me tired all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes to wind the deal from Smith. Swinging a wave, and Gabby out on strikes. And there's out number 2 of this 5th inning. 5-2 Kansas City. Yeah, it's a tough call. I'm not sure. Again, I would probably go Sweet Caroline only because it reminds me of my wife. So that's probably why. Although Don't Stop Believing reminds me of my wife, too. We were in high school together at the same time. That song was a big player in our hallways and Friday and Saturday nights. And
on our Walkman.
And the Walkman's in 83 and whatever that was, 83, wasn't it?
Probably.
Ski trip. Adams hammers it foul right side, 0-1. Single and a walk. He scored a run. It's 5-2 Kansas City on John Hernandez's grand slam and the sac fly for Pete Cosman. Having an inning ago, Kansas City sent up 9 batters. 0-1. Looped out towards center. Couple steps back as Hill. There he is. Shoulder high makes the play in a 1-2-3 inning for the Monarchs in the 5th inning. Through 5. More to come here at Legends Field in Kansas City. Glad you're along tonight on AABaseball.tv and MixLR, and also the Booth Cam and on YouTube. Glad you're along. Timeout time on the Kansas City Monarchs broadcast network.
It's not our favorite shop, but we have a Disney brand. Take a right shot. All right, who's ready to go wild? I know my lads, Christian and Jonathan, they're down there with the baseball bats. What are they doing? We're this Disney brand. Sit around with those guys on their forehead 10 times. 10 times. And then they're going to run and try to hit these women walls.
White
I'm just getting done before, but I don't know if these guys have anything else. Ready to go? Let's do it. Let's get to it. Spin. Go. And they're spinning. You can see me right now with your right order.
Oh my God.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5, 9 3/4, 9 1 2 for lunch, 10, go! Now back to Milwaukee, serving Aaron Hill.
2 runs on 5 hits and no errors for Milwaukee. 5 runs on 7 hits and no errors for Kansas City. And Aaron Hill will lead off for the Milk. It will be Hill, Torres, and Trowbridge. Monarchs have a lead. You guys are asking a couple of questions on the chat line. I'll try to answer it to you for you as we're on hit out toward right. Over to the line is John Hernandez, who's one away. Question being asked about those playoff teams. Let's see here. Asking about who was on those teams. Do that. Play who, where are they now kind of thing.
No, they don't have who on this team was on it.
That's what I'm saying. This team here that's currently here in the ballpark tonight, the Monarchs circa 2022, who was on last year's team and who was on the 19 team, and there was I'll do that for you in a moment. But you wait for the ball to Brian Torres. Okay, the only Mason Davis is on the field for them. He was on the 18 team. And the knees are called strike. Just looking down to see who else. LA Lago's still in the league. He's playing, wasn't he hurt? Canaries? I think that's right. Low for the ball, 2-1. Nick Torres is playing down in Mexico. Zach Walters retired. I'm just looking at anybody that might be still kind of hanging around. It was an older team, too. 2-1. Hit out toward left. Guerrero will drift back now. He will reach up and make the play. Gabby, a little bit of injury there, but he makes the play. And there's out number 2 in the 6th inning. 5-2 Kansas City. Now, I believe Nick Lee's playing down in Mexico. I'm going to do, and of course, Carlos Diaz is still with the team on the inactive list. He's an 18 guy. The 19 team, just looking to see who's might be active. Christian Correa, the 19 division team playing in Fargo. Mason Davis here. Casey Gillespie was part of that 19 team. Much low for the ball to Logan Trowbridge. Jordan George was in the league. He's still in Fargo. Yeah, he's still playing in Fargo. Only played a few games here. Danny Mars in Chicago. At the knees, they called strike. It's 1-1. Roy Morales with the Twins in AAA. Mikey Reynolds. He was playing in Australia last year. Where did he wind up last year? He was playing. Here's a 1-1. At the knees, they called strike. Ramsey Romano. Ramsey's playing in the Pioneer League. He's still playing. Darnell Sweeney down the dugout tonight. Still kind of day to day. Dylan Baker's in Fargo. King Bostic was here in 19. Carlos Diaz. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball to short. Cosma right there on a second, third skip, and it bounces off his numbers and out toward shallow center field. That I think that may have hit him in the chin, perhaps. He says he's okay. Joe Capietta was coming out, and so was Jared Bashavi. Willie Brady was saying, come on out, but he says he's fine here. Joe's coming out along with Jared Bashaw. Joe in a hurry. Joe told me the other day in Chicago the reason he beats Jared out there because he's faster than Jared. But that hit the lip of the grass and dirt there, and Pete kind of weighed him off and said, I'm all good here in this 5-2 lead. Must have come undone. Oh, there it is. Okay.
It's showing right there. Yeah, especially working back from 3-0.
There's one flying everywhere. I wish you would leave, but it's not alright. We gotta see if we can get another. Come on. Let's put the mark into it. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Oh, that's another kid. That's another kid. Alright. I believe that your contest for more finals is in the hole. Congratulations.
That's what
You enjoyed yourself.
What's wrong?
Yeah, a couple of words inside there. I gotta appreciate you guys going through my clothes. Those are for Sunday. Jam Band here takes the Jam Out on Saturday, July 16th in part of our concert ballpark. We got baby trivia, hosting fireworks. I celebrated national championship for 2. Much more. Tickets on sale now online. Calling number 3, 56. Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Huh. They're announcing Rock Chalk Jayhawk for some reason. I guess because Jackson is walking the booth.
Here we go. 2022 men's
Just drop football there. Why even do it? Why even waste the money? I mean, because they're making money on basketball. Think of the money they would save. Kind of, put those, those empty cups. Let's just play basketball year round.
Hey, I got full faith in my man Michael. Youth football. They're doing some good stuff right now, and the position, and the coaching position has been good. We saw some results at the end of the year last year.
They beat Texas or something.
I gotta say proud.
Now, I probably should clarify that. Now, I have to draw the line at schools that you have no allegiance to. I do draw the line with that.
That rule is just for you, so you don't have to wear KC or KU.
Yeah, it's
We're
not
Mizzou.
at the knees. They call strike 1-1 to David Thompson. Miles Smith still works his 83rd pitch. I can tell you when I worked in Dallas and I had to wear which company we had to wear sometimes jerseys and things like that. Is the 0-1. Get out toward left center field. Over in the gap is Kinger. He will make the play as David Thompson fly to left. Honestly, when the Dallas Mavericks played the Miami Heat in the NBA playoffs in 06 or 07, somewhere there, everybody had to wear Maverick stuff. And I'm not a Maverick fan. I'm a Spurs fan. The Spurs were really good then, too. I ordered a Miami Heat jersey from the Miami Heat team store, and I wore the Miami Heat team. And that was the one where the Mavericks were up in the series and lost 3 in a row. Yes, and I still had it someplace. I probably still have that Miami Heat jersey. And I can't remember who it was, who the jersey was from.
Mr. Wade, maybe?
Might have been. As here's John Hernandez. He's 1 for 2. His grand slam winning large here. Here's one out towards center field. Drifting back is Hill. Still going. At the track. At the wall. This ball is gone. It's a towering shot. See you later. And John Hernandez will touch the ball. A solo Hernandez blast. He's gone yard again tonight to straightaway center field. Carrying deposit on the green hill in center. See you later. He will touch him on the Monarchs by a run back in the inning at 6-4, Kansas City.
Usually nothing ever good out of, injections and debacles with umpires. But with Hunter Hernandez, what he's been this year, there's a few who run into it with umpires. I think that's fueled his fire, especially with the tough series as it was as a whole for the team. You're definitely seeing it pay off in a good way, in a positive way now.
No doubt.
Because if you don't want to make anybody mad ever, but a guy that sits at the top of that list, you don't want to make John Hernandez.
No, not at all. And he just launched one out of here. Go ahead, and I will give you my other philosophies on jerseys. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Continue.
so we were talking about college, and with my out-of-town board, we usually stick to American Association, my Royals, your Rangers. But tonight, the College World Series, 75th College World Series ever, celebrating the anniversary. So we'll head up to Omaha for our first stop on the out-of-town board. You'll like one of these scores. The first one, Boomer Sooner gets the win today. Unranked Boomer Sooner beats SEC top team Texas A&M 13-8. At one point, they were up 12-4.
Wow, how about that? Here's the 2-0. These are called strike 2-1. That's a tough one. Although I will give the nod to the Sooners. I know it's hard for me, but I would give the nod slightly to the Sooners. I just have I'll just say that. That's all I'm going to say.
They're playing their best baseball at the best time.
Yeah, they are.
They're really looking good.
Gillespie takes it inside here, 3-1.
Another team that is really playing lights out as of late took down the number 1 seed Tennessee Volunteers a week ago, 6-3. Notre Dame. The Fighting Irish are up on the Texas Longhorns, 6-3, top of the ninth.
Red Raiders could score any runs in that game. They had to be playing them right now. Backgummit. Found a way left side, couldn't score runs. Continue, I'm sorry. I'm down on college baseball.
Hey, you're all good. You're all good. So we'll go to the American Association now. The Winnipeg Gold Eyes now have the lead 6-5 over the Salty Dogs. They are now in the bottom of the 7th. Only one game has gone final. That game is Kane County. The Cougars beat the Canaries tonight on their home field 4-1. This game, pretty quick one, 2 hours and 18 minutes.
Back, and it's Souvenir time, 3-2. Look out, Shaggy.
How does that sound, Dan? 2 hours and 18 minutes, and they play the full 9.
That sounds like perfect for me.
It beats the 3:47 that you had earlier this week, that's for sure.
Yeah, it seemed like about 9 hours that one did.
Top of the 7th, Fargo Moorhead extends their lead. They've got an 8-run advantage over the Gary South Shore Railcats right now.
3-2 payoff with the bases clear, 6-4 Kansas City, and he walked in ball 4. I was looking this up too. I'm looking back on the starts for Smith this year, and I don't see a multiple home run allowed game. He allowed 1 home run against Cleburne last time out. Here comes Anthony Barone here. This may be it for Smith. I'm looking here. Let me go back one more game here. He had didn't allow one. He's not allowed 2 home runs in the start this year. He tried the May 18th game. That would be the last one because that one was the start. Yeah. How about that? And this is a guy that doesn't get a lot of bombs up. He gave it 2 tonight, and then he will be exiting stage left. And it'll be Pete Cosmo facing a new pitcher here. We'll stay right here for a moment and take a quick break.
Sounds good. The Lake Country Doghounds are trailing down to the Chicago Dogs. They possessed a 1-run lead. They got off and scored first early on in this game. Bottom of the 6th now. Chicago
the game is over, be dropping those tennis balls. And someone's going to get a chance to go to the Big Slick and meet Robert Riggle next week. So, what is that?
Somebody's nicotine gum.
We're back, but
Jackson saying?
Chris Conley steps in, and Donatello will deal on the outside corner called strike 1-1. They swing around the left side here. Dan Vaughn with you, Jackson in the ballpark, Jackson Webb, my crew down the hallway, everybody here tonight. 6-4 Kansas City, top of the 7th, evening fully upon us on a summer eve. Makes me feel fine as it pitches high 1-1. I did that.
Very good.
Yeah, Jackson with the cliffhanger. He's much better at cliffhangers than I am. I think I told you I had a theory, then I didn't come back with a theory. I just told you the story. I didn't even theory it. I just gave you my statement. Here's the 1-1. Swinging away 1-2. Sure he loves it. Brett Helton confirmed on Twitter. So Helton, it's not Dillard. When I was looking at the binoculars, it's hard to tell, but Helton has got 95. Number 95 is his number, so that does make some sense. Helton, it was in Fargo a while back, so I do know the name. Twitter's just confirmed that's who that is. So thank you very much, folks on Twitter. Yeah, it's not Tim Dillard, retired Brewers broadcaster. Yeah, again, 1-2. High 2-2. It's not Dillard, but again, I thought, well, because he was a big deal there. And somebody down there said Tim Dillard down the stands said Tim Dillard. Well, they must know they're down the stands closer, but I couldn't tell the binoculars if that was him or not. Because the picture I had, the one I knew, he used to have a big full beard, obviously. It's low for the ball 3-2, but the full beard he has, but the picture I saw of him on Baseball Reference didn't have a beard, so I'm like, well, that doesn't mean not good at all. But we've confirmed it's not Dillard, it's Helton. Again, the roster they sent us was on the 15th, and it doesn't have the right numbers. That's the thing. They must have a different number for the black jersey, maybe. That may be it. Payoff popped up, left side, foul territory. Over is Thompson. Nope, that's the play. Nope, he overran it there. Boy, it just kind of lost up the lights there. Conley stays alive here this 7th inning. 10 steps from the dugout says Helton is pitching, so it is Helton. So thank you. Also, big thanks to David out there who messed this as well on Twitter. Almost 2 strikes. 2 payoff. Fell back. Big thanks to David. Thanks, man. Yeah, and again, Tim Dillard did play for the Milkmen at the 20 season, is that right? When they won the league championship, that shortened season. I believe he was part of that, and they had T-shirts and all that. He's a really cool character. And I remember him playing for the Rangers for a short time. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff. Swinging away, but it was out number 1. All the way in the 7th, 6-4 Kansas City. And my thinking was, if Tim Dillard was back in the league, I would have heard about it today, because I'm thinking, as I went to the break, I'm going, how would Tim Dillard have snuck back in the league without us knowing about it? Because he was such a big thing for Milwaukee in 20. And this is why, this is a little thing, but, there's no road crew for Milwaukee, so you have to, the broadcaster, for example, one of the night when we had a change in our roster, I was able to send a roster right away to Connor Ryan there in Sioux City. What the knees are called strike 1-1. When we added Donatello, I was able to add him. Boom, he was in there, and I had him in the computer and the point streak, and it was done. Today, same thing with Frank Rubio. The Monarchs signed this afternoon. Here's the 0-1. Inside, missing 1-1. And it's, and Milwaukee's got a great, great crew there. They don't travel a broadcast crew, so you don't have that access to walk next door and say, hey, who's the guy you just signed? You don't have that access. Love what they do there. I talked about it earlier. Their brand is awesome. Here's the 1-1 from Donatello. Inside corner, busted in there, 1-2, and looked at Hill thought it might be a little high. Might have had a good deep at that one. Pitch low for the ball. 6-4 KC in the 7th. Two. Line foul out of play. Balls 2 strikes, and the payoff from Donatello. Foul. Knob down there and roll up the barrel. Looked like, boy, that was get close. Fight it off there to get out of the way. Two balls, 2 strikes. Sits up in the outer half. The pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3. Oh, man. That's where a scare wanted. That's a classic example. I believe we talked about this in Chicago last week. Remember last Saturday night? Their number 2 catcher was trying to paint and bring the ball. I remember Sunday.
Now batting for the Monarchs, the center.
Okay here, and bounced up and hit him right on the glove, it looked like. So Bray is aboard, though. Hit Bray's thigh and bounced up Kelly. So board here. Helton win 18. And again, this is what's so good about social media. And we had no idea. We were going to send somebody down. They've confirmed both with social and with the team that it was number 18 tonight is Helton. You guys would help us out, and I ask them there. They helped us out. Thank you, Milwaukee faithful. Appreciate you. Sandler steps in, takes to the outside corner, called strike 1-1. Kevin tonight, 1 for 3. Single back of the first. Struck out the third and lined to right. The ball's strike, the 0-1. Outside corner called strike. Nate said the Fargo Moore left around midnight. Went to Gary, about 12-hour bus ride. Got hotel rooms. They weren't ready. In the lobby. They affect them at all today. Sometimes those days, though, Nate, when you have those rough travel days, you just rally. You rally and go get them. No balls, 2 strikes. And Brady leads at first. Fouled left side behind Bill Sobey. It's the next day that usually gets you, but a lot of times you have those crazy, wild things that happen, and you just rally through it. I recall a situation here in Kansas City, 2016, where the then T-Bones left town, got around Columbia, and the bus broke down, and you had to send a new bus, which I believe came from Wichita. So that was a good, 4.5, 5 hours over? 5 hours over to get the new bus. 0-2, there goes the runner. Ground ball to first, but takes a foul turn to John West, who makes the play. Anyway, long and the short of it was, by the time the T-Bones got the new bus, it was after lunch. They had a 7 o'clock game in Gary. And literally were calling, letting us know, hey, we're on our way. We waited for an hour, started an hour late, and they really, talking about show and go. They got guys dressed in the bus, the 9 starters are right out there ready to go. We had a crowd of, 5,000 there that night. And they just really showed and go. Labor Day weekend in 16. No balls, 2 strikes. But sometimes those situations, Nate, when you have those all-night rides and the rooms aren't ready, and we've been very fortunate. Joe does a really good job, along with John West and Jay Hendricks. Sometimes me. Here's the 0-2. Chopper towards short. Davis is there. Plays the bounce. Only play will be the first. Low throw and scooped and rolling back to the mound here. And that will be all hands safe. Santa legs it out there. But Davis's throw is a little low. It wasn't so much the throw from Davis. It was low, but Chris Conley tries to scoop it. When he does, he scoops it forward back toward the mound, and he never caught it. It's an error right there for Rocky, first and second. Javi Guerrero 1 for 3. Second to Gabby Guerrero. Run scored back in the fourth inning. 6-4 Kansas City. The seventh. Hilton deals. Tie for the ball 1-0. Ball no strike. It says Carl Prime's pitching, but it's not Carl Prime. I'm telling you, ground ball foul this side. Prime was a Perth heater one year, and I know it's not him. He's obviously been in the league off and on, and Fargo and
The Air Hogs, too.
Air Hogs. Yeah, he was there. Good deal. Somebody asking about the camp. I missed some of this chat earlier. Sorry, we were kind of doing some wheels off up here with the number thing. I missed some of this stuff. The one to Gabriel Guerrero. Away for the ball, 2-1. Yes, 11 a.m. game will be next Thursday. This Thursday coming up. Getaway day for the Explorers. We go to Sioux Falls on Friday, which is probably one of the better trips we'll have all year because we'll have the option of going up probably Friday morning early and being in bed early on Thursday night, found away right side. And to pull the curtain back, how it works, and what Joe does a really good job of, and Jay Hendricks as well, John and I, we try to make sure, especially Joe and Jay, that the rooms will be ready. When we, for example, we went to Chicago this last week, our departure time's based upon when the rooms will be ready. So we try to get a firm commitment. Will they be ready by X hour? And if they are, we try to depart around that time so we get there when they're ready. Once in a while, a couple aren't ready. That happens here and there, but very rarely is it the old situation. Here's the 2-2. Chopper up the middle. Get on through it, will. Base hit. Rounding third is Abreu. Throw from center field. A high arcing throw up the line. Taking third is Santa. It's 7-4 Kansas City. Gabby Guerrero's 20th one down and in. At the lead of 7. Lucky 7 with a 7. Davis. Still nobody out in the inning. Run home, and again, the RBI, where you hit by a pitch. D6 is at third now, and the single RBI for Guerrero. Adams takes it away, and they can't really shift as much here. Well, they won't even do it. They played the 2. Well, I shouldn't say that. I thought for a moment, Davis, nice cheating toward the bag. The shortstop at second. They do hold the runner here. Adams, 1 for 2. A walk tonight, run scored is the pitch. Swinging a wave, and it's 1-1. Should be a good crowd at 11 a.m. game on Party of 6. And that's a good one because we don't have to worry about so much of the travel situation. Here's the 1-1. Helton deals. Swinging away 1-2. For example, last homestand, we played that Thursday night ball game. We basically got out of here. I got packed. I got my stuff packed and taken back to the clubhouse, my gearbox, about 11:30-ish. Home to finish packing. Was back up here for a 2 o'clock departure. And you really can't go to sleep because you don't want to oversleep. And you got some real strange idle time. And 2. Swinging a wave inside, got him, and Adams out on strikes. One away here. David Thompson hit by a pitch and a single. He's 1 for 2. But the good thing is we drove all night. We get to Chicago around 8 o'clock in the morning, or it was about 8:30. All the rooms they were still, a couple of them weren't all, they were ready, but they were kind of still getting the keys ready. They have The rooms are ready. The maid calls the desk and says, hey, we're done. And then they issue the room. They got a new key and all that. And the room manifested. They were still doing some of the paperwork, so it was kind of a little slow go, but everything was ready to go. We check in. We're all good. Here's from David Thompson. A little bit away for the ball 1-0. I remember a trip here with the Gary Railcats, 15, I believe, where the rooms weren't ready. And it was literally show up at 7 a.m. and we had guys still around at 1 o'clock not checked in, one of which was myself, all good. I didn't need to sleep. Here's the 1-0. Low for the ball, 2-0. Receivers 7-4 Kansas City in the 7th inning. One down, middle place for 2 here. The Roddy matchup. Ground ball to short. Davis is there. 6-4 on the first and double play ball to end the inning. Kansas City grounds will run the inning though. On the hit, there was an error. Mandelin with 3-7. It's 7-4 Monarchs on the Kansas City Monarchs. Broadcast network.
I've already lost it, but I'm not quitting anybody. Sweetie, folks, you can't lose to your health. You don't be paid attention. I don't get to ask any talking and I want that lottery too. Have you ever won a lottery you're on the hat? Oh, I think it's game ahead. All right, folks, what do you think it is? All right. Final answer? 3. Choice number 3! Yeah! Congratulations, sir. I expect you will hand your life. Thanks for playing.
The current jackpot for the Kansas Powerball is $279 million. You can buy at least 3 air conditioners with that. We have people looking at non-provided with the versus Powerball tickets and other Kansas Lottery products. Visit KansasLottery.com for information or visit the Kansas Lottery.com app. To learn more about Kansas Lottery as well as things on top. Members.
Go tell them.
With that,
The guy was pitching. They were the crawl prime. I'm like, come on.
your attention, please. Now on the mound for the Monarchs, out of Silk Health Golden. The right-hander, number 24, Brandon Coach.
So Brandon Coach takes over for Kansas City in the 8th inning, and I walked down the hallway because the hallway still had Phil Prime pitching. He did not pitch the ball game. Coach will take over Donatello. Donatello with an inning in the 3rd tonight. Big piece of pitching for the Monarchs. A 7-4 lead in the 8th inning, and don't forget tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, 8:24. Special game time on a Saturday. Monarchs and these Milkwood here. Then Sunday, embark on the big day. Chat tonight about the pups.
Now back in the building.
You guys are funny tonight. Logan Trowbridge will step in. By the way, glad you're along on AA Baseball TV for $14.99 a month. You can watch all the home and away games for all the teams. Bonus content. Maybe you missed a game you want to check out. You can do that. I do it all the time in the hotel. It's up and in for a ball 1-0. The night I was able to go back after the extra innings for Fargo and Cleveland. I was able to go back to the hotel in Sioux City, watch them finish it off. because I have the AABaseball.tv. And the first one missed, the second one to Trowbridge in the knees, and it's a called strike, 1-1. Coach, brought to you by your official healthcare partner, the Monarchs, Swope Health. 1-1. Inside corner called strike, and it's 1-2. Brandon working in Sioux City tonight. 4.26, his 14th appearance, has a save at 12 2/3. 8 hits, 6 earned runs. He's walked 6, struck out 24, and the league batting 182. Laid off, or did he go around? Yep, he did. See you later. Appeal to first base and ring him up, says Rex Ernstad. And one down here this 8th inning. 7-4 Kansas City. Get that association site. Some of you folks too like to do the chat. You can actually chat with us with the app open on MixLR while you're watching the game. It's very simple. I say pretty simple. It's simpler than it sounds. Swinging a wave and 0-1. 7-4 Kansas City trailed it 2-0. It was a John Hernandez grand slam home run. He's gone deep twice tonight. Inside corner called strike by Bart from Clay Park. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Two is a scatter, sets it away. Going away for the ball, 1-2. It was at 24 that alternate red KC front. And of course, the Monarchs were the cap we love so much. We don't see enough of it because it's really kind of special. The KC block, the white one with the red pinwheel. There's the 1-2. High for the ball, 2-2 to Daniel Ordonez Jr. Yep. That'd be the one. Two. Up and in, 3-2. Shaggy says, I would be on AATV, but I'm at the park. Oh, yeah, see, there you go. You get a subscription for your seats. I get that. I don't think I was really speaking to you, Shags, but you got your subscription right there. 3-2 payoff from Coach. Right back to the mound. Oh, that's a nifty play there. Kind of just sticks the glove out. Look what I found. And he got a great play. Oh, yeah. How about that one? That's like, he's off balance. You know those off balance plays where he just kind of waves at it? He kind of is standing up, but he's got his body going kind of backwards, and his glove in the right position. He kind of just moves the glove about an inch. Boom, he's right there. Like a magnet. Not that play. That's dandy right there. Glove work, a little highway robbery from Coach there. The random L1. You see a lot of at the knees and a breaking ball to Chad Sadeo there. He's 1 for 3 on hit by a pitch tonight. Does have the run batted in, though. This is clearing a 7-4 Monarch lead in the 8th inning. Down low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Number 2 tonight, I didn't even get a chance to pass it along down the hallway. Swing away. Ball, 2 strikes. One-two from Coach. Swinging away, got him. See you later. Couple strikeouts and a 1-2-3 inning for Brandon there. Nothing doing in the 8th inning. Monarchs bullpen doing the job tonight. We're through 7.5. Kansas City's a 7-4 lead. You're tuned to the Kansas City Monarchs. Broadcast Network. More from KCK after this.
leave at Friday morning. I have to leave at like 6 in the morning. Like 5 or 6. I got a train's coming in at like 1, like 2 o'clock. I'm gonna be home for that. I'll leave on Thursday because it's an early game and I tutor at 2:30 and we'll be at dinner. I'd rather stay early.
Juneteenth, which commemorates the end of slavery in the United States, is a time of hope and celebration for many in our country. As the exclusive healthcare service partner of Monarchs, as a federally qualified health center that proudly serves all members of the community, Soul Health embraces freedom, diversity, equity, inclusion, health things that Juneteenth stands for. They invite you to come see them tomorrow at the Heritage Festival at 18th and Vine in downtown Kansas, Missouri. We'll be offering free COVID-19 test kits and enrolling community members in the Missouri Medicaid expansion during the annual Juneteenth celebration.